Good morning and welcome to Channel 74 News. I'm Lexi Carr and today is Tuesday, May 30th. Well, here we are. It is officially the last week of the school year.
That's right, Lexi, and we are already looking ahead to the next year. Today's show is dedicated to a new club starting next year. Sashes is starting a Thon club in the fall.
That's right, Kylie. Thon is a student-run charity that supports children and families impacted by childhood cancer. Reporters Caroline Harden and Honesty Goldsmith talked to the club advisor, Miss Yanish, and her leadership team, and here's that report.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Miss Yanish and the Mini-Thon leadership group. Thanks for joining us today. Haven, for those who don't know, what is Four Diamonds?
Four Diamonds is an organization that raises money for children and their families in their fight against childhood cancer, and they raise money for world-class medical care and cancer research. They've helped over 4,800 families in their battle with childhood cancer.
Thank you.
Lily and Zach, how does Four Diamonds help families with children battling cancer?
So Four Diamonds funds all of the cancer treatments for children and their families. They also fund different kinds of therapy and schooling for the kids because obviously they can't go to school if they are receiving cancer treatments. Just anything you can think of whenever it comes to cancer treatment or battling childhood cancer, they fund. They fund different floors at the Hershey Medical Center that are dedicated just to treating childhood cancer, and they support the families, anything like that you can think of whenever it comes to childhood cancer.
Thank you. We understand that you toured Penn State Children's Hospital recently. What specifically is provided to families by Four Diamonds?
Four Diamonds provides, number one, the medical care, but they also provide other services such as therapies like music and art therapy, and they provide chaplain support for the families. We actually got to meet with their chaplain, and they also fund research to test different kinds of cancer treatment, and we actually got to tour one of their biomedical research labs in the hospital and see the equipment that our money funds and how they grow the cell lines to test the different treatments and drugs and all the stuff that our money goes to.
Bree, are there any local families that have been helped by Four Diamonds?
Yeah, so there are actually a couple different families in our area who have been helped by Four Diamonds, and one of them is the Kepner family, who I interviewed myself, so check that out. I'm here with Four Diamonds' mom, Kristen Kepner, and her son, Liam. Thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Kristen, can you give us some background information on Liam's cancer journey?
Yeah, so Liam was diagnosed at the age of 5 in 2016 with medulloblastoma, which is a type of brain cancer. He had to go through a surgery in the very beginning to biopsy to find out what kind of cancer it was. And then from there, do you remember what we did?
Scars.
You got scars, and then you started chemotherapy.
Oh, yay.
And he went through a stem cell transplant. Shortly after that, he relapsed. The cancer had come back, and so we had to go through another surgery and more treatments. We ended up going to Philly for radiation treatments. And actually last year, we just finished up all of his chemo, and he's now 4 years cancer-free.
Woohoo!
So how did Four Diamonds help you during Liam's treatment?
So Four Diamonds, we say that we owe them everything, and we really do. They cover 100% of medical bills after insurance. They also provide some fun things for the kids when they're in the hospital so that they're not always just focused on the treatment. Right. Do you remember some of the fun things you got to do?
Art, music, video games.
Bingo. You loved playing bingo. So yeah, in addition to paying medical bills, and of course the most important part of being research driven with trying to find new cures and things like that, they provide art therapy, music therapy, social workers. They bring in dogs. They have the therapy dogs, which I think...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I think they're up to 4 now.
Oh, I thought they had way more than that.
They provide social workers, which really help the parents and the family work through all the process of going through the things that come with cancer diagnosis and treatments. And there's so many other things, but they're a tremendous help. They absolutely are.
Awesome. So how do you feel about Sashes starting a Mini-Thon to support the Four Diamonds?
How do you feel about it?
Good.
Can you elaborate on that? We are beyond excited about Mini-Thon coming to Shippensburg. It's one of those things that we've always kind of felt like it would be neat to have here, just because there are quite a few students in the school district that have gone through the cancer journey. And just being able to give back to an organization that's really just given us life, and been able to go through a cancer journey and still have joy and a positive attitude through it, you can't put into words what that means.
Well, thank you for your time today, and back to you guys.
Logan, what is Mini-Thon?
So the Mini-Thon is an end-of-year event that is held by a lot of high schools in our area that celebrates the hard work and fundraising that students do. So it's generally 4 to 8 hours long, and it has food, games, raffles, competitions, and all sorts of fun. And it's generally inspired by Penn State's Thon.
That sounds really fun.
Nora, how does Mini-Thon support Four Diamonds?
Mini-Thon supports Four Diamonds by hosting fundraisers and events with all the proceeds that go to Four Diamonds. Last year, school districts raised over $5.7 million that all went to Four Diamonds, and we are hoping to become one of those schools and help raise funds as well.
Good luck to you guys. And Miss Yanish, how does Sashes plan to become a Mini-Thon school next year? How can students get involved?
Okay, well, I'm super excited because this group of students really took an interest this year in helping us to become a Mini-Thon school. So we have a club starting next year that is called Mini-Thon Club, but what that basically entails is anyone who's interested in being a part of the planning process for this huge event that happens at the end of the year to celebrate all of the money raised by all of our students. Those are the students who want to join the Mini-Thon Club. So we will have committees that will be in charge of planning the events, the food, the dancing, all of that. And then all students will have the opportunity to participate throughout the year to fundraise for Four Diamonds through events that Mini-Thon Club will be planning. And then any student who raises $100 or more will be eligible to participate in this big 4 to 8 hour event. We're still in the planning process for that, obviously, at the end of the school year. So it's a huge celebration of all the hard work that all the students in the district will do, including elementary students. There'll be Thon events there. And if you're interested in being a part of this process, we're going to have an informational meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, during Flex in the cafeteria, where you'll get to learn about the committees, what committee you might be interested in being on for our Mini-Thon Club. And then we also have an up and running Instagram page at Sashes Mini-Thon that you can follow and get all information as well. So we have lots of information coming out, but we're super excited to be joining a lot of schools in our area who are already Mini-Thon schools and create something huge here at Sashes.
Thank you for your time and for your leadership with Mini-Thon. Here's a video to check out on what a Thon would look like.
I'm Mini-Thon because I truly believe one day we will dance in celebration. Mini-Thon is an event meant to bring people together for one common cause, and that is to beat pediatric cancer.
All of the money goes to Four Diamonds. They make sure the family never sees a medical bill.
I think the cancer research that Four Diamonds does is extraordinary because the research is what will eventually end this disease. The way that we're brought together is unlike any other activity that I've ever done in my entire life. We won't stop until we conquer childhood cancer.
I saw how passionate everyone was, and I said I had to be a part of this because there's no way a whole student body can be so excited about one event without it being
All throughout the night, our line dance every hour, on the hour.
It's really indescribable, honestly. To see 600 students come together for one cause provides me with life lessons that I'll never forget.
Being involved in Mini-Thon has taught me how to not only work as a teammate, but grow as a leader. I found my voice. I used to be so shy.
I've formed the best relationships that I probably will have in my life from this.
I volunteered to help because I always believe in being a part of something bigger than yourself.
Awareness creates action, and that's how you find a cure.
I'm most excited for that moment when we find out the total and like everyone just cries and we hug and it's just all of our hard work and dedication and everyone's just so proud of themselves.
We are raising as much money as we can, and we are showing the community that we truly care. We are making a difference.
You're helping children and you're saving lives. It's an amazing thing to be a part of, and I'm so lucky that I'm part of it.
For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids. FTK.
For the kids.
One more bit of news today. Our class just finished the final newspaper of the year. In this edition, we covered the Stadium Project, Prom and Life Skills Prom, Spring Sports, and this year's retirees. Mrs. Bachman, Mr. Norton, Mrs. Dubbs, and Mr. Mag.
Look for an email from Mr. Peters with the newspaper attached. There are also paper copies in the lobby and the library. That's it for today. Our final show of the year is on Thursday. Thanks for watching, and as always,
stay classy, Shippensburg!